I don't know how to start this, but hi, I'm in Ibiza. I've just landed, and I, on the flight here, impulsively decided that I am going to vlog this trip and show you everything that I get up to, which I've never done before. I have noticed that I am consuming more long form content recently than I am short form content. It's what I'm personally enjoying, and as such the content that I am filming is probably more suitable for long form content than it is for short. So I thought, do you know what? Why not? What have I got to lose? So you may never see this may never see the light of day, it may never get edited. I might start it today and not finish vlogging through the trip, but let's see how we get on. I am here for the JOLT retreat. So JOLT is a client of ours. Should I start with an introduction? Should I say who I am and what I do? I don't know. I'm Charlie. I run two agencies. I run OAC Marketing, which is a personal brand content strategy focused agency, and I also run OAC Talent, which is an influencer representation agency, and we look after currently 22 influencers, and that is about to grow. I am here with JOLT, as I've said, and JOLT are one of our longest standing clients. We've been working with them for coming up to 3 years now. JOLT is a 7-in-1 supplement that was founded by Lindsey and Russell Kane and their best mate Dan, and it effectively slows down the aging process. I've been with them since the very, very early days when nobody knew who JOLT was. They didn't have any kind of social media presence or anything like that. And me and the team have been working with them. They started off on a very, very small retainer with us, and it has grown to the point where we now look after their entire marketing efforts effectively. And we're here hosting a retreat in Ibiza for the week for some of the customers, which is really, really exciting. But I have decided to come out 48 hours early. I am spending 2.5 days basically on my own. I've had a phenomenally busy couple of weeks back at home before coming here, and I always leave everything to the last minute and end up running around like a headless chicken, and then I go into whatever I'm doing a little bit flustered, especially events and things like that. So I am taking 48 hours just to recharge my batteries on my own. I am planning to get a bit of creative work done that I have been putting off for a little while because I just need quiet and no distractions to get it done. So I'm hoping that I will get that done before the retreat starts, and also just to chill and calm my nervous system a little bit. So I'm staying at Hotel Bonito, which is the hotel that the guests will be staying at this week. I've come early, I'm the first one here. I'm staying here for 2 nights, and then I move into the villa, which is where we'll be hosting the retreat. The guests are staying here, and then they'll travel into the villa every day. But I'll spin you around and I'll give you a little bit of a tour because the room is beautiful. Now, for anyone who knows me, you will know I love a bath. And I won't lie, I squealed with excitement as I came into here to see that there was a bath, because not every hotel room does. I've got robes. Spin you round. Oh, I'm using my DJI, which I'm not used to. I don't use it often enough. So this will be a good exercise. Excuse my lunch on the bed. That has travelled with me all the way from Birmingham Airport, and I ate it as soon as I got into the room. Nice little sofa area. And then there are, I think the check-in said 3 pools here. So there's this one here which kind of curls round underneath the balcony, and then just through this little section here there is another one as well. But isn't it beautiful? Full transparency, I had a little nap and woke up with the worst headache I've had in ages. So a night out exploring was not on the card to me. So it's room service. I've got a truffle carbonara focaccia from room service, and I'm spending the night in writing my personal brand masterclass. So the glamorous life of a founder. I think I am probably the only person in this hotel right now who is sat with their laptop. I'm on YouTube watching some vlogs from people I enjoy, and I am tucking in to some room service whilst everybody else is on their way to O Beach. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I think it's about 9 o'clock. I haven't actually looked at the clock yet. And I am going to go out and explore a little bit today. I'm going to try and get over my, not fear of being on my own, because I don't have a fear of being on my own. I'm very comfortable in my own company, but the thought of like sitting and eating a meal on my own in a hotel where it's all like couples and stuff like that doesn't necessarily fill me with joy. So I'm going to go and explore a little bit. I didn't really see much of the hotel when I got here yesterday. I came straight to the room and then, yeah, I ended up having a really bad headache, napped and ordered room service and got a lot of work done last night. So I'm going to explore a little bit more today. I hear there's a rooftop pool, so I'm going to go and see if I can find that. And then I'm going to have a little walk around the town as well, I think, and make the most of being here and see where I am. But yeah, that's me today. Explore, chill out a little bit. Plan is to, if the sun comes out, sit around the pool for a couple of hours, read my book, listen to some podcasts, and get ready for tomorrow, because it all starts. I think I can get there for about 11 o'clock to start setting up. I don't think anybody else from the team arrives until 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow, so I should still have the majority of the day on my own, but I'll be moving from here to the villa. We're all staying in the villa together for the week, and then on Friday I'm coming back here for one night before I leave on Saturday. So I'll take you with me. So I've managed to get an hour or so of work done and tick things off my to-do list, and now I am going to just do a kit check of everything that I've brought with me for the retreat. One thing being a new camera. So we predominantly film either on these little DJI things or through iPhones. I just decided it's time to up our game a little bit. So I had this on charge at home last night. When this was an impulsive decision yesterday. I got home from an event at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and I decided on the train on the way home that I was going to get a camera to bring out with me. I am not a photographer or a videographer, but I have used these before and rented and used them at podcast studios and things like that. So this is what we've gone for. It's technically a vlogging camera. Don't come at me, I don't know what the difference is between a vlogging camera and a all singing, all dancing professional camera. I don't know, but I can use this. So I'm just going to set it up and familiarise myself with it before the retreat starts on Monday. I have done nothing but work today, but I am pretty much up to date now, ready for tomorrow. It's now 11 o'clock. I completely lost track of time. I haven't eaten an evening meal, but I am running myself a bath, so I'm taking that as a win. Good morning. It is Monday morning. Today is the first day of the retreat, so I am going to work from here this morning. I've managed to get a late checkout on my room until 2 o'clock, which is great. Then I'm going to head over to the villa, go and scope it out before the team arrive. I think the JOLT team will arrive 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, and then we're actually coming back to this hotel this evening for our welcome dinner, where we'll meet all of the guests for the first time, which is really exciting. Whenever I've done retreats and things in the past, I've known everybody because they've either been people I've been to like masterminds or retreats with in the past, or they've been my influencers or other influencers that I've worked with before. So this time is really interesting because we don't know anybody. They're all customers of the brand. So it'll be really great to hear what JOLT as a supplement has done for them and how they've, you know, adjusted and found life since JOLT. So yeah, really looking forward to the conversations that are going to take place over the next couple of days. As I say, I'm working from here this morning. I've actually got an interview, or a second interview that I'm about to do now. So I am bringing somebody on to effectively support with my personal brand. I know that the success of the business is massively down to the fact that I have a personal brand, and we've never done any outbound marketing. We don't have to pay for ads or leads or anything like that, because we're in a very fortunate position that everything either comes inbound to us through my Over at Charlie's page or as referrals from the clients that we are either working with or have worked with in the past, or kind of our wider circle of people who know what we do, may not have experienced us before, but know we're good at what we do. As I get busier and as the business gets bigger, my time is divided into so many more avenues in different places. And that means that my personal brand is taking a back seat. Now, one, that's detrimental to the business. Two, I would be quite hypocritical if I didn't practice what I preach. So my personal brand is gonna have somebody else come and work alongside me. It is my personal brand, so it's still gonna be heavily driven by me. Ideas, copy, all of that sort of stuff. But in terms of the actual execution and parts of the editing and things like that, I do need a bit of help now for somebody to come on board and help me. So it's been a really tough interview process. The calibre of people have been really, really, really high. But I think I've got it down to 2 people, and I'm hoping I can make a decision straight after this call. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes.
Morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's Ibiza?
It's amazing.
So I did a little Over at Charlie's starter pack.
I love this.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for putting that together.
No problem.
I can see you enjoyed that.
Oh, I so did.
This is going to be hard. This is going to be a hard decision. She's gone to so much more effort than anybody else did. So just to rewind a little bit, I've done first stage interviews with everybody that we were interested in. And then I've offered everybody a paid creative task where I've given them 2 concepts to come up with some content for, basically, so I can see their content style. And then to give me some ideas about where they would take the brand, how they would kind of bring my page back to life again. And she's gone into so much more detail than anybody else has, and actually is probably, no shade on her, the least experienced. But I see a lot of myself in her when I was trying to get into the industry, and like that eagerness. And sometimes that's all you need. You don't need the experience. Oh, it's going to be a hard decision. It's going to be a hard decision. Okay. Can you see what is happening right now? We've come to Ibiza to run a retreat and it's raining. I can't believe it. And everything that we've planned is outdoors. So we are now frantically trying to come up with a plan B, just in case. It can rain all at once today, as long as it's dry for the next 2 days. But we need a contingency just in case. So you actually couldn't write it, could you? Everybody outside is just putting their umbrellas up, and it's not that warm today. It's very overcast. Come to Ibiza and run a retreat, they say. You'll have good weather, they say. So this is my current situation. I've just been dropped off by a taxi and there's nobody at the villa, and nobody can get in touch with the management team, so I'm just basking in the sun. It's typical, it's been raining all morning and overcast, and now when I'm stood outside in direct sunlight for God knows how long, there's no one around. I feel like I'm in the scene from the In-Betweeners movie right now. The one where the car breaks down in the middle of the Australian desert and they've got no water and they're hallucinating when actually they've only been there a couple of hours. That is me right now. It's been half an hour and I am wet with sweat. It's so hot. I found one little bush with a bit of shade to stand under, and I'm hoping somebody gets here soon because I am melting.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. Oh God, no, I should have rethought this with like lip gloss and wind. You need to help me out here.
Yeah, so tonight's just like an informal get together so we can all get to know each other a bit, have a nice bit of dinner, piss about. I'll try and circulate a bit and distribute the banter equally. We're down in Guantanamo Bay in that corner at the moment. And then over the next few days, I don't know how much you know, but we've got some really amazing people that are just going to have like sessions. They talk for like 60, 90 minutes. Some of them are interactive, meaning that you can like write little things down or ask questions. Some people are just presenting stories. And the idea is it's sort of as well as us speaking to you, it's sort of journey into yourself, which sounded wrong. I don't mean like no, I didn't mean fisting. But because honestly, I was just messing around, just trying to stay young because of my job. I was getting out of breath on stage, I was putting weight on. I was just a regular 35 to 40-year-old guy, but I was like, shit. So I started experimenting with all this stuff and it started working. And after a while, there's a 12-year age gap between us. And after I started doing that, and Lindsay's like, do you want to give some of that fucking shit to me? Like, and it was so complicated and annoying that everyone glazes over when I do this with my hair at 6 a.m. Everyone's like, oh, fuck it, I'd rather
He's one of those annoying people that does it and sticks to it.
That's when she had the light bulb of what's got the best evidence, NMN, resveratrol, all these things that pass trial in mammals. And we have done our own trial as well, which I'll tell you more about tomorrow. And so it's convenient, affordable-ish, £2 a day. And we thought, right, that's our brand. And I thought, right, I'll go back to comedy now. But then, of course, with Lindsay in charge, it's grown into something more with people looking to connect. There's not it's not about having a Burger King and a shit day and taking a fucking pill. Life is about diet and exercise, yeah? But it's about what we're doing now, connection, relationships, love. Sleep is important as well. And these have grown into, she's a bit American. Let's grow it into a community where people connect. The stuff we're going to talk about is on how to live a good life. Longevity isn't just a pill, diet, exercise. It's more about how you live your life. I mean, I think Graham, we've only had one conversation. You've already opened my eyes. Your story's fantastic, so I can't wait to get into it. Anyway, so tonight's just about chilling, connecting, trying to remember each other's names because we didn't bring any fucking name badges. So you know Lindsay and myself. That's Lindsay's best friend, Rachel. She's helping us out. We've got Charlie somewhere over there. Charlie helps run JOLT. She does all the marketing. And then my best friend, who is the other founder, and again,
why did you do that? No, he is a founder.
It's an American word, isn't it?
No, he's a founder.
Is Dan. So Dan is the third partner. He is like the nerdy, science, logical. It won't work. It might work. Actually, there's new data. What about if we did this with our Shopify? I think we could optimize and streamline. And I'm like, what about if I covered myself in yellow? And Lindsay's like the badass boss. So, for example, on my birthday, we had a dinner like this, and I was eating pineapple. I said to Lindsay, I better eat my pineapple in case I get lucky later. And Dan went, it won't work. It takes 24 hours to metabolise. You are wasting your time. Your ejaculate will taste exactly the same as if you hadn't consumed pineapple. It is nonsense. That's why we have Dan on board.
So I hope you know what you signed up for, basically.
I've never done anything like this in my life. I've never organised anything like it. I've never attended anything like it. So in my mind, we were going to turn up, have all this amazing food, a lovely experience, various speakers, and you would all walk off going, I'm so changed and enriched by what's happened. Hopefully that will happen. But what became immediately evident last night, like having a read through with some of the stuff you said and meeting you guys, is we're sort of fucking attendees as well. I've got so much just from hearing from you guys and some of the things that have happened to people yesterday during the day and hearing people's stories. I've realised what a retreat is. Wrong word, really. No one's retreating or escaping from fucking anything. It's facing head on to things. It's more of like an exchange. Yes, you've paid them. You've got professional speakers and people like me that do communication for a living, and you will get value for money and value for your soul. But how amazing that we're all sort of enriching each other at the same time, and everyone's got a story to tell. So that was the first big learning curve for me as a first timer in a retreat, in a biohacking boot camp. Do you know what I mean? As we would have called it to bring them in, biohacking extreme boot camp, rigid edition, and it would have been full of men. Russ, how can we grow taller? You can't. Exactly. Yeah. Me and Graham will be destroying cactuses with knives while you've got cacti. Just taking a chair apart, then putting it back together. So that was just to big you guys up. You don't have to do anything, just keep being you. Because last night we were like, wow, did you hear when that was said? And my God, and I was emotional. I'm an emotional person anyway, but I wasn't expecting to be filled with emotion.
Can I just say, I came back and cried. I burst into tears.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Let's go. Well, she saw the bill for the villa. So.
We didn't realise Coco had done a shit inception until we'd spread the shit around. Super awkward, my friend's down on her knees and cleaning up the shit. And I bought the biggest, pinkest vibrator I could find in the hopes of distracting the shop assistant. Shit cleared up, off we tootle. My new vibrator tucked under my arm, terribly exciting. Get home, everybody goes to bed, I go to bed, turn on the tunes, turn the lights down, here we go. Couldn't get the fucking thing in. What? I can't get it in.
So it is Wednesday morning. I have hardly vlogged anything since I got here because it's just been so busy, but amazing. The guys have gone to play paddle this morning, but somebody needed to stay behind to let the caterers in. And I wanted to get a few quick edits done. I've just put the drone up and got some drone shots, and I'm just uploading all of the footage from the last 2 days to send to the team so that they can start editing whilst I'm here. So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of insight into how we cope with so much footage when we're filming something like this. And obviously I am the only kind of camera operator on this trip, so there's a lot of footage for me to sift through and work through and also brief into the team. So whilst I am listening, I will be sat with a phone or a camera in front of me that's recording, and whenever I hear something that's said or something that happens that I think will be great in content, I will make a rough timestamp and write down exactly what happened so that when I send this over to the team, they can start, rather than by having to watch literally 5 days worth of footage at the end of this trip, they can locate the files and see exactly what the timestamp is and what my idea is. So for this one, we had an incident a few months ago where a competitor brand were using Russ's face to try and sell their own NMN, which will be a great piece of content for us to talk about because when we first addressed it, it went pretty viral. So that is in my notebook. And then what I'm doing is, as I'm going through the footage, I will just rename what each one is. So this was Lou's talk part 1, bit of break, guest feedback. This will be Lou part 2. So I'm just going through and naming those. And then as I put them into our editing kind of file exchange program, these are just uploading at the moment. You'll see that each one is, let me put them into a list so you can see. So here we've got like the break and the interaction, Lou part 2. I'll give you a little sneak peek of the guests leaving because we had a flipping great time. Don't think we'll have any more.
None of us are high. I can't believe it was only fucking 24 hours when I went to bed last night. I felt like my body and brain had done a lot.
Felt like more than a day.
Yeah.
It just felt, and we all got to know each other really well. Like,
I don't want to know about whatever you did when you got back. You know, as long as.
We got back last night. We got back and we
Oh
were
my
like
God.
in our pyjamas, and then Lou, we looked down at the bottom and she
Right in the bowl again, wasn't she?
Yeah. In the swimming pool. Yes! With lightning, and she's like, you're all boring!
And smashed another margarita in the cup and went fully starkers, every stitch off her body.
In the pool.
No, here.
Yeah.
And then, while we were having our like catch-up meeting and logistics meeting, she was
Shall I do a
not
demonstration
taking
of
his
the
underwear
bump?
on.
It was this.
Right
Fully
there.
naked.
Right there.
That's my girl.
Dan got mounted. I turned into David Blunkett. I was just like,
Okay, so just getting into your comfy position. You can take this time while I'm talking and explaining what to expect from the sound healing session to fidget around if you need to. I'm going to talk you through what to expect and what happens to your mind and your body and your spirit throughout a sound journey before I guide you into a meditation. I'm going to play 3 instruments with a range of vibrational frequencies, each frequency guiding you through a different phase of your sound journey. From the bowls, I will transition into the koshi chimes. The chimes create a childlike and uplifting sound. They have a higher frequency, creating a more stimulating sound to end your sound journey on a lovely, light-hearted note. May I have a calm, clear mind and a peaceful, loving heart. May I be physically strong, healthy and vital. May I experience love, joy, wonder and wisdom in this life, just as it is. May my heart be opened with kindness and peace. Gently bringing your awareness back to the present moment. Start to bring some movement back into your toes. Feel the energy flowing up your legs.
Howdy, ladies.
Rachel, Bessie, and then Charlie. Where's Charlie? Charlie.
Charlie's amazing.
She's got so many clients. Obviously, we're her favourite.
Of course.
She did say that.
She's got loads of clients. She should be in the office, but she's not. She's here, so we're really grateful.
Wouldn't be anywhere else.
And Charlie.
I can't speak. Hello. Retreat done. Over and out. What a flipping week. It has been the most incredible, actually quite emotional. I've cried every day, which is not like me. I have been known to cry at a retreat in the past, but this one I would say is the one that's touched me the most. A couple of people's stories there just really got me. I'm exhausted, as to be expected, so I've checked back into the first hotel that I was staying at just for one more night, and I have spent the day by the pool doing a few emails with some of the guests. We've all clicked so well. It's been such an amazing week. Like, when you're on these things as a member of staff rather than as a guest, you don't always know what the vibe's going to be like, but honestly we've all left, and probably some like lifelong friendships were made during this week. It was amazing. I have been invited to go out for dinner, but at the moment I think I am just gonna chill here. Whenever I come home from like a work trip or a retreat or like a few days of events, I get home and all I want to do is sit on my own to recharge, and that's not fair on my other half when I get in and I'm like, hi, I'm home, you've not seen me in a week, but please don't speak to me because I just need time by myself. So I'm having that time by myself now so that we can spend the weekend together, enjoy the time that we have with each other before I disappear back off again for another week on Monday. It's non-stop at the moment. Exciting things are happening, and I really feel like we're in a course of change at the moment. Things are just levelling up massively, and I'm having to be really selective with what I say yes to at the moment with time and things like that, because I am opportunity rich but time poor. So yeah, that is my week. But yeah, I've got a call now with a freelancer who's going to be doing a bit of help and support with us. I made my decision. I chose who we were going to offer the personal brand exec job to, so I've got a bit of prep to do for that. Hopefully, if I spend a couple of hours in my inbox this afternoon, I don't need to do any work over the weekend. That's the hope. It's home time. I am very ready to go home now. I've had my dose of Ibiza and I am ready for only 36 hours at home, but I'm ready for a bit of time at home. I am very ready to go back and see my dogs. And David, I suppose. But it's been such an amazing week. I can't wait to come back. I feel like there's such a amazing energy here on this island that I never anticipated. Like, I always just thought Ibiza was the party island. It's definitely not. It's just incredible here. So we'll 100% be returning to see more. Definitely returning next year to run another one. And now I want to do our OAC retreats abroad, because it brings a whole different magic to it. So watch this space. I've got a morning flight. I think I should get back into Birmingham about lunchtime today. So yeah, about 36 hours at home before back down to London for another jam-packed schedule. We are launching JOLT, which is JOLT's new product, on Tuesday. So we've got an event that we've organised with Anna Williamson from Celebs Go Dating, Emma Louise Boynton, Lindsay and Russell doing a panel discussion at King's Cross. The day before, I'm onboarding a new influencer, so I've got a day with a lovely Lauren. Wednesday, I am off to a dinner at the Corinthia, so that's exciting. Back home Wednesday evening, one night at home, then Manchester on Thursday for a refresher strategy session for one of our influencers who signed with us at the beginning of the year in preparation for kind of Black Friday, busy season, etc. And then I'm hoping at the moment that Friday is pretty clear, and I'm either gonna work like the clappers to get through my inbox, or I'm gonna sleep all day. And I'm swaying towards sleep all day at the moment, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's go home.